Good morning. David Anderson here with Siouxland 360. And it's Friday, so that is definitely something to be excited about. I believe today marks a full week of going live. I believe I started last week, Friday, of going live, going through basically showing you a walkthrough of all the different software solutions, just getting up to speed on them, taking everyone along on that journey as I help solve problems for business owners and solopreneurs. So today I wanted to do a more of a recap of one of the earlier softwares, the one that actually got me into software reselling, and that is about Genius Messenger CRM. So another way to talk about this is the fact that Messenger in and of itself is a powerful tool. Now, if you have a product or service that you are providing, I have my business pages, right? Facebook business page. And so most businesses, they have, their business page, right? And then so you have your activity there. There's some built-in functions that help you with managing your leads, and then there's other extensions and platforms that can help you with like adding chatbot services. So then that way, people. Like while you're asleep, there's tools that can engage people who are looking for information, right? Until you're able to take over the conversation. But there's really nothing, there really hasn't been anything available when it comes to how do you bridge that gap when you have your business page, but a lot of your traffic might be coming through your personal Facebook profile. And so it's like, what are you doing that can help you manage those leads and then basically, funnel them into your business CRM platform. There's really not a whole lot of options out there, and so that is how this Genius CRM came to be. And so again, Facebook is still a powerful platform. But when it comes to doing business on your personal profile, it has been a little difficult, as far as keeping track of information, notes on certain conversations. Again, I'm someone who I have been using notepads and sticky pads and all that, and so I'm going to show you. So you already saw a walkthrough video, my partner Ed going through it, but I'll show you what it looks like on my screen, just so you can see a little bit of it. And so I'm gonna pick on Eric. Eric's conversation me and Eric had a few days ago, and a little funny video there how IKEA was invented. Anyway, so I have Genius Messenger open. So one thing to point out, you're going to notice that where I have my friends or basically any of my messenger conversations, there's labels. And then I can also search those labels. So if, let's see here, there we go. So you see here, got the labels on, and I could search. So I'd say one big pain point when it comes to trying to find messages in Messenger, it's kind of time consuming because you got to scroll, all the way down to try and see, okay, who was I talking to about this? Blah, blah, blah. With Genius Messenger, you can actually put everyone that you're talking to into a label, and so. With Genius Messenger being an extension, and it's a Chromium-based extension, so it works on any Chromium browser. So obviously Chrome is the one most people are familiar with, but then there's a few other ones like Opera. There's a few other ones that are Chromium based. What you would notice up here in my extension bar, I have Genius Messenger with a few other extensions, and so clicking on the G opens up basically the dashboard for Genius Messenger. So I have all these different labels here. So again, with weddings, I have wedding clients in that bucket, some venue managers in there, those asking about photo booth and whatnot. And the cool thing about this is I could set up labels to basically show where people are at in the process, if they're showing interest, if maybe we are maybe setting up a consultation meeting, so that could be another stage, right? As far as consults, and then they can be a customer or they could be a client, and so then they become in that bucket and whatnot. And then so it's flexible. You can put whatever labels you want or need or whatever that makes sense for you to have that level of organization for you. So here's the dashboard. And you see, I have a lot of different labels. I still have a lot of customizing to do with it, since I will be really using Genius Messenger for both wedding related material and also for the Siouxland 360 items as well. And so let me just click on, let's say, venue manager. So right here, it's very easy to then look and see at who I have in any particular label. And let's see here. So I'm going to pick on, did I put Eric in here? So like I said, I'm going to pick on Eric here. So in this dashboard, there's options: send a message, I can add a note, add a notification, and then a webhook on that. So I'm going to click out of that. So now I'm in a conversation with Eric, and I have a little G icon right there in the chat box there. So when I click on that, I have a little menu. And again, this is right inside of Messenger here. So I could add a note. So let's say we're talking, and we talk about anime a lot. So I'll just say anime is amazing, and then boom. And so I have a note there. So whenever I hop into my conversation with Eric, boom, open that up, and then whatever note I have in there is there, immediately eliminating the need for me to be writing anything down like that. So like I had a conversation with someone last night, and he had sent me his email, and for what we were talking about, I didn't really have another place to put it, right? And then I was like, oh, duh. And so I was able to go over to this additional details and then plug in his email there. And then, I could plug in phone information. And then this is a new feature that was recently released. It's called webhooks. So there are automation platforms out there. I use Zapier. Zapier, basically, it's like the glue of the internet. It allows one app to talk to another app, and then you could set up a lot of crazy things. So for example, I have automation set up to where anyone that's wanting to sign up for a tool that I talk to, let's say setting up for a free trial, I plug in their information in a form that I have in my CRM, and then once I hit send, then it's going to send a command through Zapier to create an account for them. And then that way they'll automatically get an email that will provide them with their username, password information, login, where to go to get the extension, and then training videos with it. All boom, just like that. And so what that's eliminating me having to do is, okay, manually going into the system to create the account. Okay, now I have to open up Gmail and create this email and plug everything in and send that in, right? And so using automation tools to, it's stuff that you don't really think about, but think, when you consider that, okay, if you bought something online, if you buy something online, boom, you see the receipt come out immediately. You start getting these emails immediately, right? So it's the same thing, and so I can actually help you with figuring all that out. If depending on what you're doing, if that's something that you've always wondered, like, how do you do that? Let me know. We can set up a Zoom call and screen share and all that. So anyway, back to this. This is where, again, I can capture whoever I'm talking to. I can capture their information right there. And then the cool thing about this is I can set up notifications. Whether just by default it'll set up a desktop notification, and so that way you can create a reminder like, hey, I need to follow up with so and so by tomorrow 6 o'clock, so we can talk about this, whatever. Or with the webhooks option here, I'm experimenting with scheduling a Zoom call right out of Messenger. That's something I'm actively working on, trying to see if that's even possible. But you can add as many webhooks as you want. So let's say if you want to add a notification from this conversation to your Google Calendar, you can do that. That's just a couple examples there, but it's whatever you want to do, whatever makes sense, I guess, for your situation with that. So, also, let's say, to do a little bit of role playing here, and let's say, and I only have a couple here, I need to build out some more templates, but let's say there's a topic that people are asking you over and over again. So again, if you have a product that you're selling, so like if it's jewelry, or if it's a service, let's say you're a realtor, or let's say, okay, I'm a DJ, right? Entertainer. And so a lot of the common questions would be, hey, how much is this, right? So you could build out canned messages, and you can also, oh, hi, you want to say hi to everybody? My little assistant has joined the party with a strawberry Krispy Kreme donut. All right, go eat that, buddy. A common question is, okay, well, how much, are you, or how much, for this product or service? And that is where you can load up, basically, whatever that common phrase or that common piece of information is. You can add all that in there too. So let's say, since you see him eating donuts right now, I'll add that, and I can go ahead and say my donuts, oops, there we go, my donuts cost
Bye, Daddy.
$30.
Bye, Daddy.
All right, see you later, kiddo. Oh, thank you. Well, you got sticky lips there. All right, my assistant is taking off for the day. All right, so we got my donuts cost $30 for, let's say, 400 donuts. It's a donut sale, and the cool thing about this is you can add emojis here, or you click here, and then you can add images on that. So if you have a picture of your product or your service, you can add that in there. Emoji, add, and then boom, now I have that loaded up, and to send it, I can click that, and then it'll send it into the chat area. Boom, just like that. And cool thing to note is when you send that, that's not, when you click that button, it's not going to actually send the message at that point, you still have full control. Because then again, it's going to send it to the actual chat area, and then you'll still need to send it from there. But that way, if there's anything you need to tweak in there, you can do that. But just that feature alone is going to save you a lot of time. Again, if you find yourself typing a lot of the same information over and over and over and over and over again with that, and Genie's Messenger will hold all that information in there. And so, and the cool thing about it is, with it being a Chrome-based extension, that information that you have, let's say, so I'm on my PC right now, but then later, if I wanted to work on my MacBook, as long as I have the extension downloaded on my Chrome browser on my MacBook, then I could be on the couch picking up, where this conversation left off on that. So it's really cool in the fact that you could do that. So I do want to point out, with any Chrome or any browser extension, it doesn't work on mobile yet, because it's the browser limitations, right? But if you have a tablet, that does allow you to look at things as far as like the desktop website, and if it does allow the extensions, so I would assume that it would work in that instance. But again, this was more of a CRM platform, so a lot more of your detailed oriented work is going to be done on the computer more than likely. So that's where this still it comes into play. As conversations come in, one thing that I noticed, let's see here, actually before I forget, so you can search labels here. So I talked about that, didn't really show you that. So let's say I'm gonna, it's like if I need to talk about, wedding stuff real quick, it's going to go ahead and search the tags. So you see it's doing a search right now, and then everyone that I have in that wedding client bucket, they're going to show up right there. So then, boom, real quick, then I can go down to the appropriate person and resume that conversation. So that's something that's really neat. And you can even filter that by the last message sent by you. So if there was something in there where, like, okay, I sent this message out, I want to see when was that, right? You could do that, and then, or you could filter by the last message that was sent not by you. So if one of my wedding clients had sent me a message, maybe it's something I had already looked at, but I need to look at it, as far as reference, then I can do that. Or do it in that fashion. So then that way I can see what was the last message that they sent me with that. So so that's really cool. That's actually a fairly new feature that just came out with that. So the other thing, let's see here. So I'm showing you all this that's been possible just within the conversation that I have with Eric here. I'm gonna go ahead and send that to throw him off. He's like, "Why are you talking about donuts to me, man?" And then what was the other thing I wanted to show you? So again, clicking up here in the extension tool opens up the dashboard. So I already have it open in another window, but real quick, it's very simple. You could have this figured out in just a matter of a few minutes. But you have your labels, messages. Will open up that view for you, and so you can just kind of get a pretty wide view of what you have or who you have as far as in your messages, and what buckets they're in, as well. On that side. So global templates, that's where, again, you can set up templates, so you're not typing the same thing over and over again. You have your labels, and the cool thing about that is you can move the labels around. You can customize this as much as you want, change the colors of each of the labels and everything like that. So And then there's even more. Again, you could do more webhooks or automation functions with this. And so in future videos, I can go into more detail about that. But again, I just wanted to just show you kind of the ins and outs of this awesome tool. And so again, with Genius Messenger, this is I'm offering a 7-day free trial. Don't even need a credit card. I just need your name and email, and then I can set you up with an account, so you could play with this yourself to see how this can work in your operation. And so the biggest thing when it comes to managing leads in your Facebook profile is the fact that you have way more control now using Genius Messenger over a lot of the details around these conversations. Now you can have notes, keep notes on certain details, like if, let's say, I'm having a conversation with one of my wedding clients, and they're telling me about some of their so maybe some random updates, right? Maybe their colors changed and whatnot, and I can add that as a note in here, and then so then that way I have it captured, and I have a way to then go back and reference that information, and then pull it into my CRM that I use on the back end of my business. And so go over here. You also have the ability with Genius Messenger to also export your information to a CSV file as well, which, let's see here, just opened up in a different screen here. But yeah, just one click, and then I have a CSV file with that. So here we go. So if you would like to know more information about this, or better, if you'd like to be set up for a trial on this, again, all I need is a name and your email for this, and then I'll let you try it out for a week, and then I can help you, through with it. I can send you more, training videos on how this works. So those who have already signed up for Genius Messenger, thank you so much. The feedback that I've already been getting so far is that it's been helping them be way more efficient with managing their leads coming in through Facebook. They have like customer service tags, and so if somebody has a customer service issue, they put them in that bucket. So again, when they're scrolling through, their messenger, it's depending on the colors you're looking for. Let's say you have your customer service complaints or issues in red tag, so you can quickly visually see, okay, boom, someone in the red tag has something for us. And then again, you could put that information here in context, so it's right there in front of you when you're in that conversation. So all it's going to do is just help speed up the process of fixing whatever that solution is. Or maybe you have a hot lead that is asking for information. Boom, you could send them that information even faster versus having to type it out every single time. With that, with the webhooks, then you can export this information to go somewhere else. With that, whether it's to, schedule a call, what I'm working on, trying to schedule a Zoom meeting and whatnot. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with this, and the most important thing is it puts you back into control over managing the information around your leads and your customers, as well. So that is a little bit more information about Genius Messenger. I am a partner for this tool, and whenever you get it from me, I will give you a deal. You won't be paying full price. Those who sign up through the ads I run will be paying full price for it. But shoot me a message. Let me know if you're interested in a trial. I'll get you set up, and then if it's something that you love, it's gonna change how you do business on Facebook. I'll guarantee that. So with that said, that's it for today's recap on Genius Messenger CRM. And if you have any questions, because while I'm going live, I forgot to bring my other phone down with me, so I can't really see everyone who's watching at the moment. But if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. You can send me a message, and I'll get those taken care of on that. So those who subscribe to Genius Messenger, you are always, because there's a full-time development team behind this tool, so any updates, any features that are added, you are going to have access to those. And so as new features come out, then I push out that information to my subscribers. And it's like, hey, check out this new feature. Here's a video on it. Watch it. Let me know if you have any questions and all that. And so, with here, I'm here to help you out with that. So you have me as a resource. With anything that I'm offering, I'm not just going to be like, thank you, and never talk to you again. That's not my model. I want to be able to, again, identify what are those pain points that you're having in your business, in your operation. And if there is something I can do to solve that pain point, then that's what I can provide, right? So let's have some conversations. Hit me up. Let me know what you'd like to talk about. If there's something that you're trying to find a solution for, it might not even be something I offer, but I might be able to at least steer you in the right direction. I like those kind of challenges. But today's focus around Genius Messenger. It's an amazing tool. There's not a lot of other tools like this with the amount of features and functionality with it. So again, thank you for watching. Have an amazing Friday. I'll be back tomorrow morning for yet another video. This next one will also help those who do posts on Facebook, and this will also save you a lot of time. So with that, that's all I have. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.